From the video, you can observe flies around these snails. So this already shows you that something is off with these snails. Seeing these flies is already a sign to let you know that these snails are not alive anymore. They are dead. Okay, so a closer look, you'll notice a difference in the color. Let me pick this one to show you. I don't know if this is so clear. I want it to be very clear. Okay, so you notice that the flesh, the color of the flesh is not like that of the live one. I'll show you the live one. You'll notice a color change in the flesh. Then when you try to touch, you'll see that it is stiff. It won't move, to just stay where the position where it is, just like when a human dies. Okay, that human won't move. So this is it. The flesh will just be stiff, and in some cases you will notice a colored fluid. Yes, a colored fluid. Sometimes the color can be okay. When I have any of such, I would also do the video so that I will be very correct and accurate. I don't want to pass any wrong information. So that is it. You will notice a fluid that is not same color with the normal secretions or the normal fluid of a live snail. So that is that. Stiffness of the flesh, color change of the flesh. So let me pick another one. This one, you can even see the color change very. You can see how it is. This is it. It's dead. Okay, so the same thing. It will be stiff. The flesh will be stiff. It won't move even when you pour water. Okay, because normally when a snail is inactive, you can actually use water to check or to bring back. Let me know, is the word check. You can use water to restore the activeness of the snail. So when a snail is dead, even when you put water, if you do not know by just seeing it and you decide to introduce water on the body of the snail, it will not still move no matter the number of hours the snail stays or the water is put on it or stays with that water. Okay, so that is that. Let me pick up another one again. Obviously this one is dead. Even if you do not know, even if you couldn't know from the other two, this is very obvious that it's dead. Then the odor, of course, that is even one of the first ways some people use, those who their nose are very sensitive. You will notice an off odor, very off. You can't even stand the odor. So that is it. Another way to know that a snail is dead.
Another way to know that your snail is dead is that you will see maggots on the snail or around the snail. If you carefully observe this video, you will see maggot there.
Another way to know that a snail is dead, you will notice the snail secreting this color of fluid. If you observe this video very well, you will notice that the snail is actually foaming. You see? You see it? So you will see foam as if detergent that was mixed with water was poured on it. So this is another way to know that a snail is dead. Okay, so apart from the offensive odor, the snail's flesh becoming stiff and unable to move, and the color of the flesh changing, you will notice this kind of fluid and also notice foam as seen in this video. So this snail is dead. Okay, so I want to talk about something again from these snails that are dead. If you look at the snail very well, you will notice a hole. So obviously this snail was cannibalized on by a bigger snail. You see what cannibalism can do to snails? You see? So it's very obvious that this snail was cannibalized on by another snail, and that was the source of its death. Yes, because when snails are cannibalized on and you do not do something to make them heal or to make the shell grow back or cover up, the snail can get infected. And from there the snail can die. So from infection to diseases and other issues that can lead to the death of the snail. So this is what actually happened to the snail. Dead snails away. I'm going to throw them very far from the farm because I do not want the introduction of any disease or infection on my live snails, okay, or on my healthy snails. So And that is why, as a snail farmer, you must always do everything right to prevent the death of your snails. And you must always check for dead snails, because sometimes it can happen. Naturally, you can experience 15 to 20% death, even when you're doing everything right with snail farming. Yes, that's just a way to reduce their population normally by nature. It is when the death rate is more than 20%, that is when there can be cause for alarm. 20% like in a whole year, okay? So in a whole breeding season or session, okay? So that is why you should always check for dead snails and take them out, so that those dead snails will not introduce diseases and infections to your live snails, and you begin to see more issues or problems with your snails.